So I completed all the wiring to the Digidash. In the circuit that's going to the tachometer, I crimped in a resistor, 5,000 ohm resistor, which just crimps to the feed wire from the engine and then to the resistor, and then crimps to the feed wire to the Digidash, the yellow wire to the purple wire. If you ever have a question about continuity, if you lost track of what your wires were, I have them all charted out and written out, but you can use an ohm meter and just test one end of the wire to the other end of the ohm meter and just see if it's showing less than 1. It'll show resistance, and you know that's that you got the right wire. Otherwise, it'll just stay at 1. So I'm going to heat shrink one of these terminals. This is the ground. It's crimped in there already, and just going to throw the heat gun on it. And just like that, it shrinks down, and the crimp will hold it. This will protect it and help to hold it also. And I'm going to use one of the bolts I used here for the clamp as a ground. So that goes right through the chassis, and it's a nice mounting spot. So I'll just need a lock washer and a nut. And that way I know I have a really good ground. And there's a safe or a neutral indicator wire also that's not going to be utilized. So that just gets cut back and out of the way. And with that, everything's hooked up on the Kozo, or on the Digidash. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. And they do it right, where you can't plug it in the wrong spot. One's male coming out of the Digidash and one's female. Just hooks into there, just like a computer. So now I can turn the ignition power on, and it's looking good. And that's the low oil pressure warning, because obviously we don't have any oil pressure with the engine not running. So the oil pressure is 0, the oil temperature is 42. Water temperature is 42, and to scroll through the system, right now the odometer is 0, fuel is saying nothing, battery is 12.3, RPMs are 0, miles per hour are 0, hopefully, and then it goes through all kinds of trips, maximum oil pressure, maximum operating temperature, all kinds of screens showing maximum on that trip. And it'll show the date. Thinks it's the 12th, which is is actually right. And then it goes back to the original screen. So the Digidash is good to go. Just put a loom, I'm just going to put a loom around these wires. Clean them up here a little bit. And then the Digidash ends up mounting into the dashboard right about here. So we got plenty of wire. This will be all underneath the dashboard itself.